Welcome back to episode 23 of the test run. Today we are joined by MinuteTech. Minute, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, okay. Hello, my name is MinuteTech. If you guys didn't know, I've actually broken over 100 world records, including the fastest time to ever beat Minecraft. And I've even built a keyboard for Mr. Beast.
Okay, so for those who don't know, we basically got this like sports. It's so funny.
Yeah, this is where the meme's from.
Yeah. So there's this like sports shorts creator named Hoopify who like when you watch his shorts, he basically just stares into your soul and then like tells you something. Like for example, I'll try to mimic one. Actually, I could probably pull one up on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
And play it into the mic, bro, so people know.
Yeah, because if they don't know, they're like, what is this kid talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So Hoopify baby Gronk. But dude, I honestly did not expect him to like reply at all. So this is like the kind of stuff that he makes.
Baby Gronk cheated on Livy Dunn. Baby Gronk, aka the new Riz King, is the #1 college football.
Okay, so
yeah,
the point is, he has no like, what is the word for this? Like emphasis in his voice.
it's like very. He sounds like an AI.
Yeah, exactly. And then we got him to make this.
Lifesteal SMP is adding a new member.
Dude, what was your reaction when you
Dude, I was
saw
like, who is this guy?
Dream, Brian, and Spectacle finally decided to rizz up a new member. This creator has over 100 world records.
Dude, so when we basically sent that script to him like the night before, and we were like, bro, we saw like he was semi-active on Twitter, so I like DM'd him and I'm like, bro, like you need to clutch, bro. And he did. And he sent me that audio, but it was kind of funny because I think he came straight out of like, because he's a D1 lacrosse player.
What?
Yeah, I know, it's so weird. And like he sent the video and Mapic was like, bro came straight out of practice because he was like dripping sweat.
Yeah, I was like, why is this guy so sweaty?
Yeah, so that's funny. What was your reaction to that?
I thought it was Branzy at first.
Branzy?
Yeah, because he's shown his face before and it kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, what is this? But I was like, it's funny, so I'm going to keep watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool experience.
How's your VidCon experience been so far?
Really good so far. I mainly came to like just meet up with people.
Yeah.
I feel like in the convention center, there's not too much going on. It kind of looked a little empty, but I'm really here to meet people. It's been really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like going through the convention center last night, because I don't know if you know this guy named Durapchu, but
yeah,
he basically, I basically dropped this like plushie, right?
Yeah.
And he like tweeted it and he was like, bro, please give me your only one. And I'm like, dude, this is my only one, bro.
Did you give it to him?
No, not yet. And don't tell him that I'm on the hunt for him. But he basically like brought us gifts all the way from Australia. And I'm like, all right, bro, if you do that, I got to do something. So I'm trying to like hunt him down right now. But what's funny is I kind of made a big oopsie. So a lot of the stuff we're saying, like at least for the first 8 minutes, is kind of repetitive. Because I took the SD card out last night out of the like interface because I needed to edit the Mr. Cube podcast. And I forgot to put it back in. So like 9 minutes in to our previous recording, I was like, bro, why is the record button blue? Like it shouldn't be blue. And then I was like, oh shoot.
Bro looked down at it. I was like, oh no, don't tell me.
Yeah. But I think it was for the better because there was some like person that came through and was like flushing the toilets.
Yeah, they like must have clogged it or something.
Yeah, something, dude. But it's so out of pocket. Like, who have you met in VidCon so far?
I met so many people, like all of whoever came from Lifesteal. I saw Carl and Sapnap yesterday. Mm-hmm. Just so many people, like infinite Minecraft YouTuber like connections going on over here.
Yeah. So like those little wristbands on the couch right there.
Yeah, what about them?
I've heard those are pretty exclusive.
They are. They get you into like a hotel area that like not everyone's at. Like all of like, there's like a bunch of creators there. That's where I saw like Carl and Sapnap. George was there. I think Dream was there. Mm-hmm. So many people were there basically.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to question how you got your hands on like 7 of them. But yeah.
7 extras too.
Yeah. But let's go way back to day 1 MinuteTech, as I said in the previous recording.
This is the first time I'm hearing this question today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Day 1 MinuteTech.
Day 1 MinuteTech.
What was your first video?
My first video was this. Okay, so for those who don't know, I didn't always make Minecraft content. I used to make tech content, hence the name MinuteTech. I used to make minute-long tech videos. But my very first video was a random keyboard that I ordered off Amazon. And I was like, I wonder what happened if I just made a video about it, giving my thoughts, because I saw that did well for other people, so maybe it'll do well for me. Terrible camera work, terrible audio, terrible everything, but it got like 500 views in the first day. And I was like, I have other tech I can review, maybe I should do it again. So I just kept doing like random minute-long tech videos until I got my first couple thousand subscribers. But what made me want to switch to Minecraft is that tech started to become stale after a while, because you can only do so much of it, and you kind of have to depend on release dates from other companies.
Yeah.
So it wasn't very dependent on yourself. It was kind of dependent on like what other companies are doing, which I didn't like too much of, and I felt like I wasn't enjoying it as much. So I decided to try out Minecraft videos since I've been playing Minecraft for like well over 10 years now, and I was like, what if I made YouTube videos on it? The videos were terrible. They did absolutely horrible. They were nothing I would ever be proud of today. Okay. But I had more fun doing it, which ultimately led me to do it even more and more and keep growing on it.
Yeah. Dude, I was like always so confused where your name came from. Like MinuteTech.
A lot of people are.
I guess that actually makes sense now. Minute-long tech videos.
Yeah. That's the origin of it. And I didn't change it because people said it stuck. I think it looks clean on like
No,
paper.
yeah, I think it does. I agree.
And I had the IGN for it, so I didn't want to let go of that.
Yeah. And then you went into like, you kind of merged the two, like tech and Minecraft, right? So then you went into making keyboard videos.
Oh, it's the keyboard series. Okay. The keyboard series was like the first thing that really did well for me. For those who don't know, the keyboard series basically like I would pick three creators who were like very similar to each other. And I would build them 3 keyboards, but along the way of me building the keyboards, I would host like a mini competition with them, like in Minecraft. Like I think for the majority of it, it was done on Hypixel, like Bed Wars. Like whoever got the most final kills over like 5 games would get a gaming mouse for their keyboard or a better keyboard, something like that. And that was the keyboard series, and I think a lot of OGs could remember that, but for those who don't know, that's basically what it was.
And I actually remember watching like some of your really old ones. Yeah. And I remember you were streaming once.
I know the story.
I popped in and I was like, bro, like great work, like keep up the keyboard series. And then when you did your last ever one, you were like, bro, this is kind of full circle.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it kind of is. Like that's kind of weird.
Yeah. The first time I ever spoke to you was he came in my chat. He was like, love the keyboard series. And the very last keyboard series video, it was with Lifesteal.
Yeah.
So it came full circle. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And like you've also made keyboards for celebrities, right?
Yes. Okay. The most expensive keyboard I ever made was $1,000, and it was for Ben Affleck's son. And his manager hit me up one day. I was like, at first I thought it was fake, because like, why would Ben Affleck of all people want me to make a keyboard for his son? But his manager hit me up. He gave me like all the credentials added up and stuff, and he was like, how much to make the best keyboard possible? And I was like, $1,000. And he was like, bet.
And by the way, like Ben Affleck, huge. I don't know if he's ever acted, but he's like huge director.
Oh yeah, he's acted. He was Batman.
He was?
Yeah, he was Batman like a few years ago.
Huge actor, huge director, Brown honorary degree, like everything, bro. Like this guy is actually stacked.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was fake. I was like, why me?
Yeah. And then you started slowly pivoting into challenge content.
Yeah. Basically, I felt like the keyboard series was at risk of getting stale, so I wanted to stop it instead of just spamming it over and over. But I still love the challenge format. I was like, okay, how can I transition it? How can I still do challenges without keyboards? And, I started brainstorming, and essentially I realized that not all challenges have to be on 1.8. That's kind of how I transitioned to 1.9 as well. Just brainstorming new challenge ideas. So, yeah.
And like I feel like you and Nico, not Nico, kind of like pioneered that new challenge space. Yeah. Like it was like a really, really specific style that you guys did.
Yeah.
Like how would I even explain it? It's like fast cutting, like tons of challenges in one video.
Like bit by bit.
Exactly. Yeah. So like how did you even come up with that style?
Through a lot of trial and error mainly. I think the first video I made that really followed that was it was called Minecraft YouTubers Hardest Challenges, where I just asked random YouTubers to give me random challenges. And it did really well. I actually did not expect it to do that well, but it did. It was kind of inspired by like the IRL YouTubers who did YouTubers Controlled My Life for a Day or something like that.
Yeah.
I kind of thought about how can I make that in Minecraft.
Interesting.
That was like the first video that made that sort of like bit by bit format.
And then what's even weirder, or I don't know if I should say weird, but like even more interesting is like then after that you started pivoting into SMP. So you kind of went from like, it's honestly like you started at tech, then you merged it into Minecraft, then you took challenge content up while you still were doing like the tech stuff.
Yeah.
And then you merged into SMP, which was probably like a huge risk for you.
That was an insane risk. So a big inspiration behind why I started doing SMP stuff was Wembu. He had a lot of success in it, and it kind of motivated me to see him do it. Like we talked about it like every day, like, oh, I found this about SMP stuff, and he was like, you should try it. And eventually I did, obviously. My first few attempts at SMP content weren't very smooth.
Yeah.
They weren't the greatest videos ever, but it was a very good learning experience, which made it pretty worth it since I learned a lot from that. And then the King's SMP is where I had my first SMP video do pretty well. It was about how like I took the plugins code. You were in it.
Yeah, I was.
You were in it
for
a little bit. I took the plugins code, learned how to rig the system and win an event. It was pretty hype, but yeah.
Yeah. And like, what was your plan? Like, where did you want to go from there?
My plan was to never fully pick SMP or fully pick challenge. My plan was to sort of get a mix of them both, and be confident in both spaces, just in case, like, if I ever had an idea, like, I can feel confident to go on about it and stuff like that, and sort of build like a mix of both on my channel, basically. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I kind of want to continue doing a mix of both.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think I need something like that because, like, my content is just SMP right now.
But it's doing well.
It is doing well, but I don't think it can last forever. That's kind of the way I think about it.
Do you think there's a cap to SMP content?
I don't think there's a cap to any kind of content. I just think that there's like, what is it? Like, obviously there's like a theoretical cap, I guess. But like, as long as people keep innovating, you'll never reach it, right?
Yeah.
I think the issue is that it gets harder and harder to innovate as the space progresses. So I don't think like there's a cap to it, but I think that if people kind of just give up on it, that's when the cap is hit.
It just gets harder and harder to innovate in a way.
Yeah. So I think we're about to see a paradigm shift soon. I have a video that if it does well, it'll open up a whole new content path for me. Yeah.
That's pretty hype to hear.
Yeah. Did you like set a goal for yourself when you first started YouTube? Were you like, I need to get 1 million subs, or I need to do this?
That's pretty interesting. I never really set numerical goals. I just set like, I want to be able to like make the best videos possible, grow a strong community, support myself and those around me, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I basically want, like, heading into YouTube, my mindset was be able to do this full time, basically. And then whatever happens along the way happens, basically.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because I feel like when I first started, I was like, I need 1 million subs. Like, I need that. Or, like, not need that, but I want that. And it's like, when I actually hit it, I didn't really know where to go. Like, I hit it, and I didn't lose all ambition, but it's like, what am I aiming for next? Because I'm like a really goal-oriented person. And it's like, once you get to that point, and I kind of agree with you, numerical goals are kind of dumb. Like, I think they guide you in the right direction, but when you actually hit them, unless you have another one, it's like, what are you striving for next? So, I don't know. I felt kind of lost for a little bit, and then I kind of like regained my footing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
All right, you ready for some questions?
Oh, yeah, I saw you made a community post asking for questions. I didn't read any because I wanted to be surprised.
Okay. All right. So basically, yeah, I made a community post on my Shorts channel, and I honestly have no idea how many questions there are, but I will pull them up. Dude, I don't get how we're in the middle of a city and the data's this bad.
That's true. California can be like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So feel free to go like as in depth on these or as non in depth. Bro, where do I even see community posts?
Bro.
Are you able to pull them up?
Yeah, I can
find
pull them up.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I just can't see them.
Oh wait, I do have bad service here. Okay, maybe I can still pull it up.
Dude, also it's so funny because
I got them.
this is day 2 of recording in a hotel lobby, right? Yeah. And like there are the most out of pocket things that happen here, bro.
Yeah. On our first take of this, there's like so many people walking by going to the bathroom.
Yeah. Well, I think the worst part was someone cleaning the bathroom. Dude, flushing the toilet like 8 times in 2 minutes.
That's insane. This is the only spot you can record the podcast in?
Yeah. This is like the only spot in the entire hotel. So, all right. So, what inspired you to apply for Lifesteal?
Oh shoot. Okay. This kind of goes back to like when I first saw Lifesteal. Like I think I first saw you guys in season 2, and then it was like the Spoke Withers video. It was like one of the first Lifesteal videos I saw. But since then I followed season 3, and I was like, this server looks insane. Like they always got something going on, something innovative going on. It just looked really fun. And then sort of like along season 3, I started meeting you guys a lot, and I was like, dang, I gotta get in the server somehow or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically just like. Very cool server I wanted to join, long story short.
What's interesting too is when we were looking through applications, we were like, yeah, because we already watched your like Spoke finale video, and we were like, we watched it and we were like, all right, this is a banger, but we want to see your next one.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, wait. All right, I'll tell it after. I'll tell it after.
Well, no, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was really nervous using that video as my application video because, like, of course, the footage was insane, the story was insane, but it wasn't something I came up with.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like I wasn't showing myself, I wasn't showing how creative I possibly could be. So I was like, it's the only footage I have, but maybe it's not the best thing to use an application for, but it's the only thing I'm going to go, it's like I have to go with it because I didn't have anything else to upload at the time. But yeah, I was really nervous about that.
Yeah, so what basically happened was we saw that and we're like, yeah, it's a banger, but what we kind of did, and this is like the first time we're ever talking about this, like footage that came specifically from the wormhole, we're like, yeah, this is like a crazy story, but like the creators didn't.
Yeah, we didn't make it.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're like kind of like a lot of people can take this footage and they can just make a banger out of it because of how good the footage is on its own. And then we were like, all right, perfect. Minute uploaded a video after that. We're going to watch this instead. And we watched it and we're like, bro, still dropping bangers. And then that's when we made the decision. So,
it was the Kings one, right?
Yeah, it was the Kings one.
Yeah, Vitality was telling me about it. Yeah, I did not think I was getting in. I was hella nervous though. Yeah.
Like, if you could make your 3 picks, like, who did you think was gonna get in?
Okay, I like in my mind I was like 99% sure Forcey and Jumper were getting in. I was like they're making bangers and they would probably fit the environment really well. And then the third person I thought was gonna get in was kind of like a toss up. Like I thought Delilah would get in. I was pretty sure Wemby was gonna get in.
But then
yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah. So, okay. So what are some of your plans for this new season?
Ooh, I don't want to say them all because I don't know if you're gonna be the enemy or the ally of them.
Okay.
But I do want to try to innovate a bit in the space because obviously day 1's coming up on July 8th. I'm pretty sure. Is that known?
Yeah. That's
okay. Yeah, July 1st, and I feel like day 1 videos, I want to try to do something different with it. I don't want to say exactly what I have planned for it, but I have a pretty cool idea for the day 1.
Yeah. So what's funny is Spoke basically premiered his final wormhole video in Bacon's hotel room last night. And after watching that, bro, I'm not teaming with anyone this season.
Yo, what?
Dude, okay. So this podcast isn't coming out until like mid-July.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Season will already be started.
Season will already be started, and Spoke would have already explained his wormhole. But basically, this guy went on a crazy manipulation arc.
Yo.
And he basically abused my status as op to get him op without me even knowing.
Wait, is he explain it in the video?
Yeah, he explains it in the video. But then, what broke my heart, you ready for this?
Oh. Bro's about to cry in the podcast.
I'm about to cry on the podcast, dude. I was actually like that actually hurt last night, bro. You know the team No Pants People Party?
Yeah.
Bro created that only to get close to me, dude. So he could manipulate me. Dude, I can't trust anyone next season.
Bro's got trust issues in Minecraft.
Dude, I actually like obviously it's for content and whatever, but bro, I thought I was part of something bigger, dude.
Bro, I thought it was real too.
Yeah. Oh my god. He like told me that last night, and I think for like 45 minutes straight, I was just listening to like Fallen Down, bro, from Undertale.
Yeah.
So
It comes out on the 30th?
yeah, the 30th of June. So yeah, that broke my heart, dude. Can't trust anybody. Yeah.
Bro's crying right now. You guys don't see it.
No, I'm not actually crying.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What was your inspiration to start YouTube? And did you ever think you'd make it this far?
Ooh, okay. The people that inspired me the most was Bayesian Canadian. He was definitely huge in it. Not a Minecraft YouTuber, but someone that was a real big pioneer in the space a long time ago was FaZe Rain.
Okay.
And then another OG, his name's Jester the Laser. Those are like the three creators that inspired me the most. They basically like, what they kind of taught me was that like, you actually can do like what you want like in life like that. But also you can have a lot of fun doing it. Like you can have a lot of fun doing anything you want and still be successful basically.
Interesting.
And like growing up, I was a big time gamer. Like school is not for everyone is something I go by a lot, and school definitely wasn't for me. Like I was a good student because like you always got to keep that door open. But it just wasn't for me, and like I don't know. I was like I got to make this gaming thing work. And did I ever think I was going to get here? I think I was very confident I would get here, but not this fast.
Yeah. I think for me, like school's a really mixed thing. I tend to be more of like an application-based learner, if that makes sense. Like I have to actually apply it and like do actual projects instead of just memorizing vocabulary words. You know what I mean? So like I think the class that I enjoyed the most was Spanish this year, which sounds weird.
Really?
Yeah. But even though it was hard and I didn't do that great in it, like I think I said this yesterday, but like in my second semester, until the last 7 days, I literally had an F in the class.
Bro clutched up.
Yeah, I actually clutched up. Went from an F to an A in 3 days, bro.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
How's that even happen?
Dude, I don't. Okay, so basically, she gave us an assignment that was like you read this story, right, and then you like answer questions on it.
Yeah.
And like I had no idea what the questions were asking, but like I kind of found words in there that like also were in the story. And then I just copy and pasted like stuff from the story into the questions.
Yo.
And I got like a 98, dude. So
What level Spanish was it?
that was AP.
Oh, you took AP.
Dude, it was tough, bro. It was tough. But yeah, I think school's really mixed. Like I'm allowed to throw shade at my teachers now because I graduated.
Oh
but
yeah,
like,
bro graduated.
yeah. Physics. Sorry, but I hated that class. I don't even want to see my AP score, bro. Let's see. All right. What was your reaction when you were announced? Or sorry, let me reword this. What was your reaction when you joined the Discord for the first time?
I have it recorded. I was like screaming, like you remember? I was like, "Yo, there's everybody!"
Yeah.
I thought it was fake at first. I was like, "What did this kid just invite me to?" Like it was so random too. Like I was in the middle of an MCI game and I get a DM from Parrot saying, "Leave your Sky Battle game right now." And I was like, "What is this for?" And then he invited me, and I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, I think it's funny because right before I was like Minute, and I was just making sure you were there.
Yeah, you were like, "Oh, let me get your wormhole footage or something."
Yeah, and I was like, shoot, it's right up there, bro.
Yeah.
Because you like responded so fast, and then I was like, shoot, dude, like I don't actually know what I was gonna ask him, but I was just making sure you were there.
Yeah, I was in a Sky Battle game with Red at the time, and he was like, "Check your DMs," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. So, if you could team with anybody on the server next season, who would it be and why?
Okay. I actually kind of want to team with the applicants because we were talking a lot during VidCon. I feel like we have we could have like a cool team chemistry in like Lifesteal.
Yeah.
And then my other option, if I wanted to go like the insane route, like take over server route, would be clown.
You're gonna team with clown. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be yeah, I would not want to mess with you guys. I'll be 100% honest. Let's see. What do you think your upload schedule is gonna be like?
Okay.
Like this summer, and then I don't know what your plans are for next year.
I right now, like, at the worst, I want it to be bi-weekly, but I had weekly at one point for like a month and a half, and I want it, like, in the most ideal world, it's weekly without like sacrificing quality. But
Yeah.
right now it's just bi-weekly because I haven't found a system that won't just like sacrifice quality. But yeah, in an ideal world, it's weekly.
Interesting. And then, like, have you shared what your plans are next year? Like,
Kind of, not really. Like right now, I think my general plan is to keep doing challenges in SMP and keep trying to be as confident and successful as possible in it.
are you like next year, if you're allowed to say, are you like going to college? Are you doing like your senior year of high school?
Okay, so I actually already graduated. I graduated at 17 years old from high school, and I do not plan on going to college.
You don't plan. Okay, interesting. Yeah, because I was thinking like potentially taking a gap year.
Dude, I keep hearing these on the podcast. Every time they talk about college, everyone predicts you're gonna be done in a year.
Yeah, I don't think I will. That's the thing though. Like, a lot of people are like, yeah, you're gonna drop out. Like, I don't know. I don't think so. Because I'm not really going to college for like the learning, if that makes sense. I'm kind of just going to have fun.
Okay.
So, like, I'm fine just dropping all C's. Like, I wouldn't advise that to a lot of people, because if you want like job opportunities and whatever, I would like aim for the best grades possible. But like for me, like, I'm fine dropping C's just to get my degree and then having a fun time. So,
Are you going to college with Woogie and Vortex?
no. So Vortex is pretty close to me. Woogie's also pretty close to me too. But like, I have some friends that are going across the whole country.
Dude.
But yeah. Oh, dude, some of these questions are so out of pocket, dude.
No, I gotta hear one of them.
No, dude, I can't even say this, bro.
Dude, let me read it.
It's this one that Munchkin Mania wrote. It's at the top. That's a crazy question.
Yo, can
That's
I
a crazy.
Can I answer this one?
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna answer this one. I'm not gonna answer this one.
Okay, basically the question was, ask them who they think the biggest sellout on Lifesteal is.
Paradox. No, I'm kidding. Yo.
Nah. What even is this? Like, ask them their opinions on horses.
What?
What does that even mean?
Horses are cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you oh, this is interesting.
Oh.
Do you think that Lifesteal will compromise any of the content that you're making? Or do you think you're just going to use it as like a canvas for everything?
I don't think it'll really compromise much, because like what I did with Kings, I don't think that compromised anything. I just sort of like put new stuff in the cycle of uploads.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it'll compromise anything really.
Yeah, I think for me, Lifesteal kind of made my style. Like, obviously I had the school server and whatnot, but like, it didn't, obviously it couldn't compromise because that was like my day one content.
Yeah.
So like Lifesteal, I don't know, because would you consider there to be like a Lifesteal style of content, or would you just say like
I wouldn't say it's Lifesteal style. Because like there's so many different styles in Lifesteal.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. What is your mom's phone number?
Yo. What?
All right, let's see an actual one. Let's see. Are you still going to be doing challenge content and other tech-based content while you're still in Lifesteal?
Challenge, yes. Tech, probably not. I haven't done tech for a while, actually. So every now and then I throw in like a tech prize for like a challenge video.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll definitely still do challenge content. I think challenge content is getting harder to do because did we talk about the innovation thing on this recording or the one before?
On the one before, I think.
Oh, okay, but yeah, we were talking about like, is there a cap to SMP content? We're basically saying no, but like it's getting harder to innovate. I think the same thing's happening to challenge content. I think it's getting harder to innovate, and I was really banking on 1.20 to be cool. There'd be a lot of cool features that I can do challenges with.
Yeah.
But there weren't that many, which makes it a little bit harder. But yeah, there'll definitely be challenge stuff. Just it's getting a little bit harder to make ideas.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like challenge content, I wouldn't really know where to take it. Like, I feel like there are kind of finite ideas that you can do.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you can always come up with something new, but like, what can you come up with after you've done like AI speed runs?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit harder out here.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. Let's see. Do you have any hobbies outside of YouTube?
Oh, okay. Technically keyboards, because like sometimes I don't show them in videos. I just build them off camera and stuff. But I'm really into Legos and like just watching like movies and stuff. I've actually learned a bit about YouTube by watching other really good movies like Christopher Nolan.
Oh my gosh,
I love
dude,
Christopher Nolan.
I could talk for hours about
Dude,
Christopher
he's the
Nolan.
GOAT.
Dude, are you excited for
Oppenheimer? Yeah, I'm
July
going,
12th?
I gotta go to that.
Yeah, I think that's gonna sweep is it the Grammys or the Oscars?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's gonna sweep whatever award show it goes to.
Yeah.
Like, people are predicting Cillian Murphy, who like plays Oppenheimer. They're predicting he wins Best Actor, and then they're predicting that Oppenheimer wins Best Film.
It's gonna be Oppenheimer or Barbie winning Best Film.
Yeah, I
Wait, there's also Across the Spider-Verse.
That was really tough.
That was
Did you watch
insane.
that one?
I watched that.
Yeah.
Was insane.
And then also, isn't there like an Indiana Jones coming out?
Oh yeah, on the
June
30th.
something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, a wormhole.
There's a lot of good
and-
movies this year.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite food?
Chicken tenders.
Just chicken
I'm
tenders?
a big chicken tender kid. Like
Dang.
Cane's and Dave's Chicken, they're the goats.
Canes and what?
And Dave's Chicken.
Is that like... I've never heard of that.
They got one here if you want to try it.
Dude, I'd be so down. Let's see. Dude, some of these questions are just so weird. Dude.
Dude.
Like, I'm trying to pick out the good ones. How do you balance, or like, were you still in school when you first started your channel?
For a few months, yeah.
For a few months? How did you balance, like, your school and your channel at that time?
It was like, it wasn't that hard since school was online back then. Yeah, like, I would make a video, like, probably right when I woke up, and then the rest of the day I would just slowly do assignments and stuff. It was pretty easy, to be honest. I was really lucky. It was pretty easy for me.
Yeah. I mean, like, for me, dude, COVID school wrecked me. Like, I remember like getting up, like school would start at 8:30, right? So I would get up, I would just join the Zoom, and I'd just be in bed, like, while I was still on the Zoom, and then be like, yo, are you here? And I'm like, here. And then I just go back to bed. And like, I remember, dude, like, it's so funny because I can just flame my school now. But like, I would just be, because I'd be asleep and like, I'd still be in the like Zoom, right? Far after it ended. And like, the teacher would be like, yo, are you there? Are you there? And then they just kick me. And then the next class, they were like, yo, what were you doing? And I was like, oh, my bad. I went to the bathroom.
Bro's not there.
Yeah, I was just not there at all. Let me know if this is too sensitive, but how do your parents feel about you being a content creator?
This is also a space where I'm very lucky. They're very open about it, and they're very supportive about it. They, like, pretty much like everyone in my family, like outside family and stuff too, is pretty supportive about it. Yeah, they're very big on doing what you want to do, like pursue whatever you want to, like pursue your dreams basically. That's like one of their big mottos.
Yeah, I think it was interesting for me. So I started YouTube in August, right? And my mom used to be like, because I would basically come home and I would just like, I think at the time I was also doing TikTok, which luckily I don't do anymore. But I would just come home and I would just grind out whatever I was doing. And she was like, what are you doing? Like, you need to work on school. And then I remember, like, she saw my first ever paycheck. Like, it wasn't that crazy of an amount. I think it was like $400. And she's like, where'd you get this money? And I'm like, YouTube. And she's like, what? And then that's when she kind of like got it. And yeah, then she's been kind of supportive ever since. Obviously, like, she still set like a Wi-Fi limit.
Yeah.
And, like, she made me get off of my computer for a long time at like 9 p.m. but thank God that's gone, dude. Have you like, do your IRL friends know about your channel?
Very few do. I told like my two closest friends like right when I made it. But then like older classmates slowly found, like they started, like they would accidentally like leak it to like older classmates and stuff. But yeah, they did know, but not like all of them.
Yeah.
It was during online school, so like it was kind of hard for people to know because like there wasn't like a school where you can go like chat and stuff.
Yeah. Have you been recognized like at VidCon? Because I feel like your voice, like there's some people's voices who are just so recognizable, and like you have a really recognizable voice.
Really? Dang.
Like I could hear it from across the room, and I'd be like, MinuteTech.
Yeah. I've only been recognized by creators, I think. I've also haven't shown my face that much.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I got doxxed, but like
You
not
did?
actually, not actually doxxed.
Yo.
I was just like walking my Zams group, and then two people. Were
Oh, I thought you meant like someone took your photo.
no,
Yo.
no, dude. Have you like? Has anybody from your like old school tried to dox you?
No, luckily. Which I kept very good connections with people in my old high school, so no one's got any beef with me. So luckily, no one has. But yeah.
I basically when I started posting my first school SMP like video, this dude from my school, like we're pretty chill now, but like he just came into my Discord
Yo.
and posted a pic of my face.
Yo.
And like I wasn't at home at all, so like my friends were spamming me. They were like, bro, you need to get me mod in your Discord right now, bro. Like, you need to let me delete this. And I was like, dude, I got so mad, but we figured things out and we're chill now. So all right, what's like, so at home, what does a day in the life of MinuteTech look like?
Okay. My day in life changes a lot. But basically, I'd wake up, do like regular morning stuff. And then I would like check my Discord, see what's happening. And I would do like usually a lot of like the recording or just like meeting stuff would happen in the morning. And then editing, I like doing at night because, I don't know, I just feel like the most creative at night.
Yeah.
And I think editing while you're very creative is very OP.
Yeah.
That's when you make like the most bangers, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like I'll say like I'm gonna edit throughout the day, and unless I'm on some crazy deadline, I'll never actually start until like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I'll end up editing till like 4, and I'll be like, what? So it's already 4 a.m. And then I'll wake up at noon. So not the craziest schedule, but yeah.
I have like a very different, like weird sleep schedule.
Really? Are you like nocturnal?
Sometimes, like over the past year, I would say 90% of my uploads were posted on an all-nighter.
Really?
Yeah, which really throws off my sleep schedule. So like some days I'll wake up at a normal time, like 8 a.m. Some days I'll wake up at 8 p.m. Like just that's what all-nighters will do. Like it'll just throw it off so hard.
Yeah. Dude, I've pulled I think 3 all-nighters in my life.
Dang.
One when I hit 1 million subs. One at my school's prom because there was like something that went all night. And then the other one was when I was on this crazy deadline because YouTube's wanted me to post a video Saturday 10 a.m. And I remember like it was like 4 in the morning and I like undeafened in a call with Spoke because he was also pulling an all-nighter because he was like going off to this vacation and whatever. And I was like, he was like, yeah, bro, I got to post this on the 30th. And I was like, yeah, I have to post this in 6 hours. And he was like, huh? So,
GG.
yeah. Let's see. How do you think you got good at storytelling?
I'm good at storytelling?
Yeah, you are.
Yo.
You are.
Wembu was a big part of it. He would help me review scripts and stuff, review videos before I posted them, stuff like that. But a lot of trial and error. That's basically like a big thing about YouTube. You just gotta have a lot of trial and error before you like start like getting consistent, I feel like.
Yeah. So like if you could give a tip to a new creator who like wanted to get into this space about storytelling and then about YouTube in general, like what do you think is the biggest lesson you've taken away?
For when you're smaller and you don't feel as confident, I feel like quantity should trump quality because the more data you can get back, the more you can learn is what I feel
agree.
like.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the thing I see a lot is people will spend like months on a video whenever they haven't posted a lot, and then maybe it doesn't do so well and they get demotivated. I see that a lot, and I feel like that isn't the best thing to do when you're first trying to learn.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because also not just that, but when you're posting so often, it gives you the opportunity to find your style, if that makes sense. So you're like, you just like start subconsciously doing things, and over time you just automatically do them.
Yeah, you kind of get like a creator sixth sense the more you go.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's see. What video that you've made would you consider to be the best video you've ever made, and why?
I think my most viewed is probably like up there because it's my most viewed. It was the most successful. Also, that one, something about recording and editing it felt so smooth. It was the Minecraft YouTubers Hardest Speedruns. That one's definitely up there. I really liked my King's Voidbow one. That one's one of my favorites as well. Something about that one just felt really, just came to me naturally. But yeah, those two are probably both my favorite uploads.
Yeah, those were really good. How do you think YouTube has changed your life since like the day you started?
It's definitely helped me gain a lot of confidence because whenever you hit upload, you just know like thousands of people are about to go watch this.
Yeah.
So like it really just trains your mind to like, you got to be confident. You got to be confident if you're going to do this. Yeah, I would say confidence is one of the biggest things.
I think for me, I think the confidence thing is a big part, but I've also just like matured so much. I feel like I just be like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like there's like seniors at my school who are graduating and they still act like freshmen. And like I'm like, bro, like there's no way, dude. And obviously I didn't need YouTube to mature, but I feel like I just had so many experiences, and like I've been surrounded by a lot of people that are a lot older than me.
It's also a big responsibility too.
Exactly. I wrote my college essay about that.
Oh,
so
nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Where do you think you would be if you didn't have YouTube?
I'd probably be in real estate.
Real estate?
That was my original goal post high school, was real estate. And I was looking up like how do I get a real estate license, stuff like that. But yeah, if I didn't have YouTube, it'd definitely be real estate.
So like how exactly does real estate work? Because like I've heard that term been thrown out there so much, but all I know about it is like you buy houses and flip them. Is that what you do?
There's multiple different ways to real estate. Like there's the buying, flipping, or maybe you want to be like a connector of buyer and sellers, stuff like that. I obviously, that was like a while ago when I had that plan.
Yeah.
So I don't remember a lot about it, but yeah, there's like multiple different alleys you can go down. I think buying and flipping was like when it was probably gonna be like my route. I also wanted to be an engineer once when I was like a freshman in high school, but then I started learning more about engineering and I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah. Dude, I was on a podcast with Cube yesterday, and he was just telling me like, so he's an engineering major in college, right? And he was just like, bro, it's so much work. And like, I'm like, yeah, I can imagine.
It's a ton of calculating stuff too.
Yeah. He's like, basically each year you have to take like 4 math classes, like really hard math classes. But he was talking about how being an engineer basically helped him with his content.
I can see that.
Yeah. Like the way that he codes certain things and like calculates stuff. Like he only learned because of being an engineer. So yeah, that's interesting. Let's see. Oh, this is an interesting one. Have you ever struggled with being a perfectionist? Because I feel like that's something that a lot of creators have struggled with.
A little bit. Like at one point my upload schedule wasn't the greatest. It was like 3 weeks to a month. And that was when I was like, oh, I gotta frame perfect, gotta super fast edit, stuff like that. That was back when I was like sort of first learning. I never was too crazy about perfectionism because I knew like the more perfectionist you can like be, like the less videos I'm getting out, the less data I'm getting back, stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. This could be on Discord or in person, but what is the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had?
I haven't had many weird ones. What would be the weirdest one? I think I don't know if I've ever had like a weird one. Like they've all been pretty chill.
Yeah, dude. One time I remember, I joined the Lifesteal public Discord, like with a voice changer on, and Vortex was at my house, and like he was just saying the most random stuff, and yeah, I remember. So I went to the bathroom, and he like was on my computer just saying the most random stuff, and I remember coming back, and everybody was like shocked. They were like, "Bro, like why would you say that?" And I'm
Yo.
like, what? So I don't know what he said, bro, but like,
You still don't know what he said?
yeah, I still don't know what he
Yo.
said. What do you think is the most difficult part of being a creator?
Most difficult part. I mean, there's a lot of stress behind it.
Yeah.
Dealing with stress was big because like if a video didn't have like this is something I've overcome, but like back when I was like in my earlier stages, if a video wasn't 1 out of 10, I would be destroyed for the whole week or something like that. That was like a really hard thing to deal with as a creator, but just sort of like just accepting the facts, accepting that not a failed video isn't an L. Like there's a lot to learn from it. Just sort of realizing that was like a big thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think it's a lot of stress in the sense that, like for me, I feel like there was this point where like a lot of other creators would be analyzing what I was making, right? So it was like, not only was there this expectation that I had to make good videos for my audience, but it was like, if I post a flop, all these other creators are going to be like, yo, what is this guy doing? And like, I've obviously strayed away from that.
Creators don't think like that, by the way. Like whenever like we see a flop, we're like, oh, on to the next one, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So like, that's kind of, I was like, yeah, I can't keep thinking like this. Like, I'm going to be only uploading once every 2 months if I do this. So, how do you see, so this is a question that I ask to every single person
Oh yes.
that comes on. What are your goals with anything for the next year and then for the next 5 years?
This is like this. Wait, did we talk about goals earlier on this?
We talked about not having numerical goals.
Okay, yeah. So going back to that, I don't like to keep numerical goals. Like I always keep like a general sense, like build the strongest community, be as confident and great as I can be with content creation, and like I basically just do what I'm doing now, but do it better. That's like a pretty general sense. I can't really. It's hard to say like specific things. Like obviously, I want to hit a mill sometime within that and stuff like that.
Yeah. So like, what about 5 years down the line? Can you still see yourself like doing YouTube?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to pivot somewhere else?
I'll still be doing YouTube. Will I still be doing challenge and SMP Minecraft stuff? Hard to say, but right now I'm happy where I'm at. I'm gonna try to keep doing it and do it even better.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds great. All right, you ready to wrap things up?
Yes.
All right. Thank you everybody for listening to this episode of The Test Run. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to follow, 5-star review, and answer the little question thing at the bottom. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, comment, like. Minute, do you have anything else to say? Anything to plug?
Subscribe if you want. Thank you for having me, Parrot. It's been a blast.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, and we will see you in the next episode.
See you.
Bye.